So good afternoon, sir. Today, me and my group, which is Group 10, will be presenting on our assessment, and our topic is about a company named Theranos. So my group consists of Wei Junkai, me, Kevin, Erwin, Desmond, and Arthur. So let's start with the introduction. So let me briefly explain about what is Theranos. So Theranos was an American healthcare company founded by a young CEO, which is Elizabeth Holmes, back in 2003. So Holmes claimed that their revolutionary machines could run wide range of tests using just like few drops of blood prickled from the finger. So the motive of Theranos is to potentially revolutionize the medical blood testing, making it more faster and more efficient. And it was later discovered that Theranos was a fraud and the machine does not work like it was claimed to be. So moving on about the details about the issue. So fraud is when someone of a high position mislead and deceive to gain or achieve something. So fraud is an activity that relies on deception and in order to achieve and gain something. So the Theranos fraud is also under the category of white-collar crime, which is white-collar crime refers to non-violent, typically financially motivated crimes. It is mostly committed by individuals who are businessmen or a big company. So the Theranos fraud is one of the most significant fraud in recent history, with the promising future Theranos accumulated over $700 million investment from high-profile investors from late 2013 to 2015, deceiving everyone that Theranos has a successful working portable machine that can test blood. But in the end, it is not true. So let's go through the case study of Theranos. So it all started at 2003. Elizabeth Holmes, which is at that time 19 years old, applies for a patent and found Theranos. So during 2004, Holmes dropped out of Stanford University and focused to pursue on her company Theranos. So the Theranos slowly gained investors and fundraisings from the company. So at 2013, Holmes finally announced Theranos to the public after spending 5 years in research. So with the promising future Theranos claim, Theranos slowly grow with investments, and eventually Theranos gained over $700 million in investment from high-profile investors. So at its peak, Theranos was valued around $9 billion, making Holmes one of the youngest self-made billionaire ever. So with the success, Theranos gained a lot of partners such as Walgreens and Safeway. So the blood testing machine that Theranos created was called Edison. It is the core of Theranos technology. It is able to test up to 200 tests with just a prickle of your finger. So later, Theranos was secretive about their technology and lead to the media being suspicious about their technology. So after that, Theranos employee also raised concerns about Elizabeth Holmes and the ability of the Edison machine. The employees claimed that Theranos used traditional machine instead of the Edison machine to run their blood tests. So in 2015, a journalist from the Wall Street Journal, John Carreiro, published a journal saying that Theranos is a hoax, saying that it is a fraud. So it was later investigated and investigated that Theranos was indeed a fraud and the machine does not work like it is advertised to. So later, at 2018, Theranos was officially dissolved. So moving on to the contents.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, the following we have to discuss the opinion toward the issue. The Theranos scandal is considered a white-collar crime because it exemplifies corporate frauds and the danger of unchecked ambitions in the tech and healthcare sector. The company, founded by Elizabeth Holmes, and she promised to revolutionize blood testing with technology that claims to perform a wide range of tests using just a few drops of blood. Despite the technology never functioning as advertised, Holmes managed to secure funding from numerous high-profile investors and raised investment was valued at nearly $9 billion at its peak. A key figure in her success was Stanford Professor Channing Robertson, who as Holmes' mentor and the first board member of Theranos, lent the company scientific credibility. Robertson's influence played a significant role in attracting other prominent board members, including former U.S. Secretary of State George Short. With Short connections, the board eventually include influential figures from politics and business, such as former Secretary of State, former Secretary of Defense, former General, and former Wells Fargo Bank CEO. To sum up, two individuals were crucial in helping Holmes attract renowned investors to Theranos: Stanford Professor Channing Robertson, who provides scientific credibility, and the former U.S. Secretary of State George Short, who introduced Holmes to other influential figures. Now we move on to the critical view of the issue. From the critical perspective, we can find that the Theranos scandal succeed due to systemic flaw in startup culture, ethical failure of leadership, lack of regulatory oversight, and role of influential figures. Elizabeth Holmes, inspired by the success story of Silicon Valley, and she promote a narrative of groundbreaking innovation without the necessary technology backing. This reflects a broader issue in Silicon Valley's startup culture, where the fake it till you make it mentality often dominates, prioritizing rapid growth and market disruption over substance. This culture allowed companies such as Theranos to thrive, exaggerate claims and unfulfilled promise. Besides that, ethical leadership failure also play a crucial role in the scandal. The founder of Theranos, Elizabeth Holmes, managed to mislead investor partners and the public about the capabilities of Theranos technology was not only unethical but also dangerous, as it put patients' health at risk. Her focus on projecting an image and success over fulfilling the ethical responsibility to deliver a safe and effective product underscore the risk of the leader who is more focused on maintaining a facade than on the actual integrity of their work. Furthermore, the scandal also highlight the consequences of inadequate regulatory oversight that might cause company manage to operate for years despite its flaw and unreliable technologies and practice. There are cases where patients are misdiagnosed from diabetes to cancer. The point to significant failure of the part regulator agency whose lack of oversight allowed the company to put patients at risk. Lastly, the involvement of influential figures such as Stanford Professor Robertson and former U.S. Secretary of State Short played a significant role in legitimizing Theranos. Their endorsement lent the company credibility, attracting further investment and delaying necessary scrutiny. This underscored the importance of individuals exercising cautions and consider investment in companies endorsed by prominent figures rather than blindly following their lead. Next is the role of particular bodies. There are three key entities play roles in the Theranos scandal. One of these was Walgreens, one of the largest pharmacy chains in the United States, which partnered with Theranos to offer its blood testing service in its store. This partnership highlights how a major corporation can accidentally support a fraudulent operation by failing to conduct true vetting. Walgreens rely heavily on the result given by Elizabeth Holmes and her teams without insisting on independent third-party validation of the technology. Next, the Wall Street Journal (WSJ) plays a particular crucial role in the Theranos scandal by exposing the company's fraudulent activities and bringing them to the public's attention. In 2015, the Wall Street Journal investigation reporter John published a series of articles that questioned the validity of Theranos blood testing technology and uncovered inconsistencies and concerns about the accuracy and reliability of the test. The Wall Street Journal reporting informed the public, investor, and other stakeholders about the potential risk of the deceptions associated with Theranos, helping to raise awareness and prevent similar incidents in the future. Following the Wall Street Journal revelations, the SEC became instrumental in investigating and addressing the fraudulent activities of Theranos. The SEC, which is responsible for regulating securities market and protecting the investor from fraud, launches an investigation into Theranos after concerns were raised about its technology and business practice. The investigation revealed that Theranos had misled investor, partner, and patient about the accuracy and capabilities of its blood testing technology, leading to charge against the company. As part of the settlement with the SEC, Elizabeth Holmes and Ramesh Bhawani were required to pay financial penalties, which also had significant consequences for their future roles in the business world. Next, we'll discuss technology, leading to charge against the company. As part of the settlement with the SEC, Elizabeth Holmes and Ramesh Bhawani were required to pay financial penalties, which also had significant consequences for their future roles in the business world. Next, we'll discuss about what is the impact.
So thank you, Irving. My name is William Tai, and I'll be explaining about the impacts of this Theranos. So the Theranos scandal had both positive and negative impacts, albeit the negative ones were more immediate and significant. There's a breakdown. So first, there's the negative impact. There are 4 negative impacts in this Theranos. So the first one is public trust in healthcare and technology. So the erosion of trust is the scandal severely damaged public trust in both the healthcare industry and tech startups. People became more skeptical of companies making bold claims without sufficient evidence. So there's also impact on patients. Thousands of patients received inaccurate test results from Theranos, leading to potential misdiagnosis and unnecessary treatments posing real health risks. So secondly is the investor confidence. So the caution in investment led to increase more caution among investors, especially in health tech startups. It highlighted the risk of investing in companies with unproven technologies. So thirdly is the regulatory scrutiny. So the scandal prompted increased scrutiny from regulators like the FDA and SEC. This resulted in more straightened regulations for startups in the healthcare space, which can slow innovation and increase costs for compliances. So the last one is legal and financial repercussions. So Theranos faced multiple lawsuits, leading to financial losses for investors and legal battles that drew out for years. And investors lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and the company itself, once valued at nearly $9 billion, became worthless. So next, I'll be explaining about the positive impacts. So the first is greater emphasis on due diligence. The scandal led to more rigorous due diligence practices among investors, journalists, and regulators. There's now a stronger focus on validating technologies, claims before funding, and promoting startup. So it sparked discussions on the ethical responsibilities of entrepreneurs, especially in healthcare, leading to a push for more transparency and accountability. So secondly, it's about awareness and education. The story of Theranos has become a cautionary tale, educating the public, entrepreneurs, and investors on the importance of integrity, transparency, and ethical business practices. So the legal cases against Holmes and Balwani set a precedent for holding tech executives accountable, serving as a warning to others in the industry. So third is increased focus on women's leadership. The Theranos cases also contributed to broader discussions about women's leadership in tech, which it showcased the challenges and pressures faced by women in high-stakes environments. It also prompted more nonsense discussions about how female founders are perceived and treated differently from their male counterparts. Leadership in tech, which it showcased the challenges and pressures faced by women in high-stakes environments. It also prompted more nonsense discussions about how female founders are perceived and treated differently from their male counterparts. So lastly will be the strengthened regulator framework. Post Theranos, regulatory bodies have become more vigilant in overseeing health tech innovations. This helps protect patients and ensures the new technologies are both safe and efficient before they reach the market. And next is how the issue is solved.
My name is Desmond, and now I would like to explain how to solve the issue. First, regulatory reform. Part of the primary lesson from the Theranos cycle is the urgent need for comprehensive regulatory reform in the biomedical sectors. Current regulation, particularly regarding laboratory development tests, are instituted to ensure patient safety. In the US, the Food and Drug Administration has historically exempted LDT from pre-market review, that allowing companies like Theranos to operate without adequate oversight. To prevent similar scandals globally, countries must establish stringent regulation that mandate rigorous testing and validation of medical devices before they reach consumer. This includes creating a framework for international standards that can be adopted by private nations, ensuring a uniform level of safety and efficacy across borders. Next is strengthening ethical standards. The Theranos case highlighted a significant ethical work within the healthcare innovation landscape. The prioritization of profit over patient safety and the culture of security that pervaded Theranos must be addressed through the establishment of rigorous ethical standards. Organizations involved in biomedical innovation should adopt clear ethical guidelines that prioritize transparency and accountability and patient welfare. This could the formation of independent ethics boards that oversee clinical trials and product development, and ensuring that ethical considerations are at the front of innovations. Besides enhancing public health awareness and education, public trust in healthcare is paramount, and the Theranos scandal has severely undermined the trust. To rebuild confidence, it is crucial to enhance public awareness and education regarding medical technology and their regulatory process. Government and health organizations can implement important educational campaigns that inform the public about the importance of regulatory oversight, the potential risks associated with unverified medical technology, and how to critically evaluate health-related claims. By empowering consumers with knowledge, they can make informed decisions and advocate for their health rights. Next is promoting whistleblower protection. Whistleblowers play a crucial role in exposing the ground-driven practice of Theranos. To encourage transparency and accountability in the biomedical sector, countries must implement strong protection for whistleblowers. This includes legal safeguards that protect individuals who report unethical practice from retaliation, as well as incentive for companies to foster a culture of openness, creating an environment where employees feel safe to voice concern, the likelihood of detecting and address issue before they escalate into large standard increase. Last is fostering international collaboration. The global nature of the healthcare industry necessitates international collaboration to address the challenge posed by companies like Theranos. Countries should work together to share best practice, regulatory framework, and lessons learned from past failures. This could involve establishing international coalition focused on biochemical innovation, where stakeholders from various nations can collaborate on setting standards, conducting joint research, and developing comprehensive regulation guidelines that prioritize the patient safety. Next, Alder will continue the conclusion.
My name is Alder, and I will talk about the conclusion. The Theranos scandal is a powerful example of how unchecked ambition and unethical practices can lead to significant consequences in the healthcare industry. What began as an innovative vision to transform blood testing evolved into one of the most notorious corporate frauds in recent history. Elizabeth Holmes' actions not only misled investors and patients, but also significantly eroded public trust in medical technology and innovation. The aftermath of the scandal was severe, with investors losing hundreds of millions of dollars and patients potentially suffering from inaccurate test results. The case also sparked a loss of confidence in the healthcare sector, raising awareness about the importance of validation and ethical conduct in medical innovations. It prompted regulatory bodies to tighten oversight, ensuring that future technologies are subjected to rigorous scrutiny before reaching the market. Despite the negative impacts, the Theranos case also brought about positive change. It led to more stringent regulations, increased investor diligence, and heightened awareness of the ethical responsibilities of entrepreneurs, particularly in critical industries like healthcare. The legal consequences faced by Holmes and other executives also set a precedent for accountability, reinforcing the importance of integrity in leadership. In conclusion, the Theranos scandal is a reminder that innovation must be balanced with transparency, accountability, and a steadfast commitment to ethical principles. As the healthcare industry continues to evolve, the lessons learned from Theranos will help ensure the future advancements prioritize patient safety and public trust, safeguarding against similar failures. That's all from our group. Thank you.